Hey guys, it's Screamots here with another tutorial for D&B Academy. As always, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We really do appreciate the support. Also, please leave a comment if you can and like the video, it really helps us grow. We have done quite a lot of these videos lately, and I thought it was time to delve a little bit into some different genres. And we can do it now. So I'm gonna do at least 10 videos on the deep and dark 140 type of sound. You know, old school UK-ish dubstep, or maybe now it's new school again, because it's quite booming at the moment, and I really do enjoy that sound as well. So I'm really excited to dive into that. And today we're gonna be arranging some deep drum bass drums, like deep dubstep drums, very sample focused, and right off the bat, you'll see I have current open, and that is because I'm gonna use it as a reference point. So I just put in a very deep sub on the note D, and that is just so I can get kind of into the zone a bit more and kind of more into the vibe of what I'm going for. So if I have a very deep sub that I'm gonna use in a dubstep track, then I'm already getting a much better idea on what sounds to choose for that sub. And even if I'm making a completely different bass line afterwards, it kind of keeps in the realm of deepish, minimalish dubstep, right? And that's why the drums I'm gonna be choosing and I'm gonna be layering are gonna fit much better within the context. So that's how I kind of go about creating the vibe of the drums. A lot of the times I just throw in a bass line or something, and that will kind of push me in the right direction by choosing the right samples and all of that. I also have a Serum 2 open, which is just playing a kick, and it's a slightly adjusted kick that has less of a click, which is better for deep dubstep. And I think that's how we should start, you know. Right away, I'm gonna add some side chaining here. So I'm gonna open up Shaperbox, and I already have this as my default preset, and I'm gonna route in Serum 2 here, and then I'm just gonna play a little bit with some kick patterns. So I'm gonna also put that on D right away, so we have it basically phase aligned right away. And to be honest, actually we're gonna start adding a simple clap, and that is something I really enjoy doing. I really like these John Casey samples just to get things started, and I think it really helps also putting some hi-hats in right away. So we're just gonna choose some samples. I'm gonna choose one of my crispy hats that I made. Yeah, let's just choose those. I made some tutorials on how to get these as well. It's some auto pan mostly, or ring modulation. Okay, that's too fast, see? And now we kind of get a little bit of an idea on where to go. So first we're just gonna arrange a simple loop like that, and we're gonna put the clap in its right place, and then we're gonna just take a listen, and then we set the parameters to play with groove. So what you can do with that is you can just start applying some ideas, just add some more kicks, because I think the beauty about 140 is that you have a lot more space to play with groove, and you have a lot more space to add some funky kick stuff. And then we have boom, 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 ba. Oh, boom, boom, boom. That was kind of cool. See? Happy accident. Bum, bum, bum. Stuff like that. And then bum, 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 bum. And then just repeat that. I think the sidechain is already very clean. And right away, I have a feeling we could use a little bit more oomph, you know? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna distort the kick a bit. To really give it some power here. And now if you want, for example, some more mids or something, you can just play with that that curve here, which goes directly to the main tuning. This is LFO1. And as you can tell, it's already kind of coming together, even though it's just the kick and this random clap layer we put in. But what makes it really dubstep a lot of the times is adding some reverb. So what I would do is I would put a little send there, and then there is a send here, and for me this is already in there. So what it is just a Valhalla room. You can choose any reverb you want, and then afterwards there's an EQ, and in that case I EQ'd also the tops out because that was like for a tune I've made, and I kind of liked it that way. But I think for now it's cool to just take out just some of the highs and then see how the reverb sounds. And I really like this old school way, you know, where you actually have these very long reverbs. You can go crazy with that. But you can also go short, just the ambience. And now I think we can look a little bit into shuffling the hats a little bit. So as you can see right now, they're pretty straight, and that is okay. But what's really cool is if you're making like faster hats, to just make one of them offbeat, always the second one. That's what the shuffle is. And that one was maybe a bit too extreme, so go a little bit less. And maybe change up each hit a little bit. Cute it a little bit, and then we're going to consolidate that just so we can make it even tighter and even more transienty. So I'm gonna choose the beats option here. It's already the default, and then I'm gonna like put this into one direction here. If we click here on the left, we can open that little menu, and then making it tighter. Try some reverb on that too. And then what you can do is I normally put the hats directly under here, and then you can see that the kick also needs to move in relation to the shuffle. So every time the kick hits at the same time as the shuffle, I would just move that shuffle a bit, and then we get a bit of a tighter, or actually a bit of a more loose vibe, which is very nice for dubstep and generally a little bit slower music. because it just adds groove, right? Simple as that. Put the same here. And then we just repeat that. And here we had the treble kick. So we're gonna do that here as well. And then take the fourth one out. And as you can see, now it's kind of rolling way more. You can also make the clap tighter, of course, and add some sounds on top of that, but that is kind of like the gist of it, right? You're trying to make it as simple as possible, but make it groovy and make each element kind of hit and be important in the mix. And then you decide kind of like how you build on that afterwards if you add some more sounds. And I really like the longer reverb, to be honest. It's really cool. And then we need to make our own reverb for the hats, because now it's too much. Let's just leave them dry for now and put a bigger reverb on the snare because I like that. What can be also really cool is just glue all the drums together a little bit with some glue compression or some distortion and some clipping. So now we made some really simple but really nice 140 drums that are gonna inspire us to keep working. And that is why I already put that sub in place, because now we kind of got an idea for what kind of drums work with a deeper type of groove. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that video and see you in the next one with some more 140 stuff. Peace out.